And last but not least, I'm done talking, so I'm going to turn it over to Marco. He's going to play a little music for you and get into the education and the learning in the Funshop. So take it away, Mr. Marco Mendez, and I am switching the camera right now.
Okay, that was fun. Yeah, I guess that song is called Don't Be That Way. So, gonna change me over to here, Steve, please.
The crowd roars. Hey!
Can you hear me okay? Yes. Okay. So, last week we talked about the very basics of the operation of the product. For example, we talked about how to get the sounds, how to get the rhythms, and then we talked about the one-touch settings and a little bit about internal information. But there's a lot of confusion because this product is very unique, unlike anything you've ever owned. And there are certain ways to get to certain files in order for you to see them. So basically, and it would be a good idea if you have a piece of paper or something you can write some information down. You'll have access to this anyway, but these are very important topics today. There are basically 3 files that you can generate on this product. The first file will be registrations. So that has to do with a song arrangement, style presets, famous people, all the things that I put in here to facilitate you playing a song. The second file you can reach are called MIDI files. MIDI files are things like me playing a song from class, or the karaoke file where you can sing, or even follow the ball, the play along files. Those are called MIDI files. And lastly, there's audio files, which is completely different than a MIDI file. So this is a very advanced product. And if you ask it to look for something and you're in the wrong area, you're not going to see it. So today we're going to talk about those 3 subjects. If you bought the product from Fletcher Music Centers, inside the product, there are thousands and thousands of things that I put in there, including style registration presets, famous people, which I call people that made a big impact in the music world. And then we also put in my classroom. So all my classes are also built into the product. And people paid a premium for that. So let's talk about the presets first, which we talked about last week. So we go over the head on the keyboard here. I'm going to show you. We should always get in the same page. You ready, Steve? There we go. So in order to access any presets on the Genos 1, Genos 2, Tyros, anything to do with Yamaha, right next to where all the presets are located, you have these two black buttons. And make sure that when you push them, that you don't push one more than the other. You have to push both at the same time. And when you do that, it opens up a window of what I call a communication window. And if you're in your users, what's built into from Fletcher Music edition, and then you'll see the very first line, it says famous people. And then skip my classroom, playlist for Geno, let's go to style presets. So this is a generic way to make music. There's one that says style presets, and the second one that says style presets with AOC. That means harmony on the right. So these are grouped in types of rhythms: country, blues, bolero, bossa nova, and they're in alphabetical order. So if I wanted to play a foxtrot, I would just simply light up the foxtrot, and you have 8 sounds that I put in there to be the very best you can get to play any foxtrot. So let's do a little sample on the foxtrot preset 1. Here we go.
Yes, yeah.
To find anything better than what I put in there. It's actually better than anything that's built in. So if you wanted to play some Christmas music or country swing, you put the country category, and then you gotta press a number. Start with 1 and then play something country. Those are category presets that are built into in the same way. Remember that once you're inside a folder, you want to have this little arrow on the right-hand side of the screen. So to get out of that categories or preset, you hit the arrow up, you return again to the style presets, and you're going to keep hitting the arrow until you don't see it anymore. So that's the main screen for all the presets that are built into the Genos. If you choose one of my class songs, then you will go Marco Mendez class presets, and they're in alphabetical order. There's like over 200 in there, and you pick one. So if you wanted to play whatever it was, let's play Autumn Leaves, just a jazzy version, and then you have to follow the music that I printed, and then you play, here we go. Now let's talk about another file that you can get, and this is very important. In the window, and I want you to always do what I'm asking you to do, that way we're all on the same page. We have A and B on the product, and if we wanted to make sure that you do it from the right way, you can always start from scratch by turning it off. Hold it for 3 seconds, it'll turn the keyboard off again. The window will go blank, the lights will go off, and then just simply turn it on again. So if you're worried about that, you don't know where to start, this is always a great way of starting. And you'll get the Yamaha fork logo, and then if you bought it from Fletcher Music, you're gonna see down at the bottom here, right after the forks, Fletcher Music Edition, I believe. Fletcher Music Edition. So now let's talk about MIDI files. This is very important. And Annette, this is what we're going to be talking to you later when you call me. So you have a song A on the screen and a song B. And it's that long, that whole line talks for song A, and this whole line for song B. So if I push song B, it takes me to the MIDI. And this is where all the things are now related to MIDI files. Notice that the registrations are not here, because we told the keyboard we didn't want to do registration by doing this. We went to the main screen and touched song B, and then let's talk about follow me songs. These are really fun to do. It will improve how well you play, and even if there's simplicity of it, you're going to learn to be able to read music right on the screen. So we hit follow me songs, and then pick a song you want to try, and they're in alphabetical order. So let's say we wanted to try Can't Help Falling in Love. So I do that. Okay, and then all you have to do, if you notice this little blue light lit up here, according to song B, this is a song B area. So once I hit it, the first note is waiting for me. It's very hard to see it on the screen, but it's waiting for an F. And then I just play the song, and as I play, the keyboard will follow me. Here we go. It's waiting for the C note. And then an F again. Impressive. So to get out of that again, let's talk about the karaoke file. So remember the little arrow, I'm still inside the follow me songs. I get out of it, here's my main screen again. So we can go to karaoke. And there's two types of karaoke. Regular karaoke, and then the cookie karaoke is the one that gives you pitch correction. So if you wanted to go to regular karaoke, you just go regular, and then they're associated with groups of people. ABBA, Alabama, Al Stewart, Aretha Franklin, Anne Murray. So you open one of the folders, let's open up Barry Manilow. There we go. Can't Smile Without You. So when you hit that, it's going to play the song, and again, that blue light is waiting. So hit it. Now, before we get going, a lot of people are saying, well, I don't see the lyrics. Well, there's a way that you can turn it on, and if you bought the Fletcher Music Edition, on the main screen, there's a shortcut where it says lyrics. So I just push the lyrics button, and then you're going to have the Barry Manilow lyrics in the screen. I know it's hard to see on the screen, but it's showing all the lyrics for the song, and you get a microphone, or you can just sing by yourself for your own amazement. And then once you get out of that again, you're inside the karaoke. We hit the arrow up, and then one more time, and one more time, and there we go. So now if you wanted to hear any of the classes that I teach online, they're all inside that folder. Marco Mendez class song. So if I hit that, then just pick a song you want to hear. I want to hear the Third Man theme. Highlight it, hit play. So it's a great, so much stuff in here. You can spend hours without even repeating anything. And then again, get out of that folder, which is my classroom. And those are the 2 files. And then lastly, if you go to song A, are where all your audio files are. And if you notice here, I'm working on some stuff from class. 9 to 5, Naturally Alone, Sweet Caroline. These are things that I'm working to do in class. And notice that they have this blue little symbol in front of it, which is an easy way to recognize audio file. So if I hit Caroline, Sweet Caroline, now the light that's A lit up, and that'll play me a song that's upcoming in my class called Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. Here we go. Yeah, it took a while before that.
Can't hear you, Marco.
So you have to be really careful how you tell the keyboard what you're looking for. So if you hit this plus and minus at the same time, there are no MIDI files in there, and there's no audio files. The only things that exist when you hit these 2 buttons next to the presets are all the presets related to the product that you have. It can be in the style format, it can be on famous people, and it can be on my classrooms or things that I've done, and then you just call up the song and then you have to play it. You have to play it, the chords, you have to play the right hand. On the category presets, you can pretty much, they're generic, because you can pick up, hit rumba and then play any rumba you like. Or you can hit waltz and play any waltz you like. But it's designed for you to play the chords and the right hand. So, Robert, any additions there so far? No?
Oh, sorry. No, I think you're covering a lot of good stuff here today.
Okay, and then I wanted to talk about one item. It was a lot of you, and we talked about this last time. Some people were criticizing me the other day, saying, "Oh, all I see him play is chords on the left." Well, you got to remember, you know, I'm the real McCoy, and for me to play one finger is very complicated. I'm not good at it, and I get very confused. So when you see me play, I'm gonna play chords because that's what I'm trained to do, and I'm very good at playing chords. So if I have to think, I have to think when I do one finger, the same way you have to think when you play chords. So there's an area of this product that you can tell the keyboard how you play, and it will remember. And this is very important that you do this. And there are many different ways to play. You can play single finger Yamaha style. You can play multi-fingers, which are like, you have to play 2 notes to get a chord, like F minor will be F and A flat, or a G minor, G and B flat. A C will be C and E. So there's all kinds of things you have to just determine which is the one that fits you the most. And we'll talk about this called the menu button. And it's such an important thing that it appears on the first page. The menu has two different pages, page 1 and page 2. So let's just refer to page 1, and it says split and fingering. So when I hit that, if you notice, at the bottom here, it says fingered, because that's how I play. So the trick is to highlight with your finger the name fingered, and what it'll do is it'll drop down a menu of actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways you can play chords. We'll start from the very beginning. The single finger is Yamaha's version. And I'll explain that. It's not a bad thing. It's just another short way of playing it, unlike a Lowry or an ST. So if you have it on single finger, which is the Yamaha version, a major chord will be the name of the chord of the note. So if I hit a C, I'm going to get a C chord. If I hit anything black behind it, we'll make it minor. So C and minor. So you cannot restrict it to only major and minor chords if I'm using the Yamaha single finger. What I recommend is called the multi-finger for Lowry or ST or people that are used to that system. So when you're playing now, a C minor will be just like the Lowry. Let me change the style. That style kind of was crazy. Let's put a country. Gentle ballad. Okay. Let's go back to that page again. So right now I'm in multi-finger. So C. Yeah. And then to play the F minor will be the same as the Lowry. No, I'm sorry. It's not multi-finger, Steve. It's AI finger, right, Steve? Help me out here, because I don't use it that often.
AI.
I haven't. AI, I think.
AI. Okay. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. So this is now the closest you'll get to a Lowry or an ST. So G minor will be G and B flat. And the 7th will be always above the chord. So a C and 7. And then for the majors, you have to play a C and an E. So C major, F major, G major, C diminished, C7, F minor, G minor, C7, F. So once you determine that, then you're going to have to tell the keyboard to remember that forever until the cows come home. So we go to menu on page 2, and we go to utility, and then there's an area here that says parameter lock. So then, you know, this company is very high tech. So parameter lock, and just highlight finger type there. And now, every time you turn the keyboard on, it remembers that that's the way you play chords. You don't have to do anything differently. All the data and all the presets and all the parameters are based around what you just told the keyboard to remember playing the way that you're used to playing your Lowry or ST organ. Or Roland, by the way, too. So if you own a Roland product, it's still the same way. So once again, locking that into the product, you go to menu here, menu number 2, and then utility. And if you notice now on parameter lock, I have the finger type checked. If I uncheck it, they're all going to be how I play. I play 3 finger, 4 finger, 20 finger, 90 fingers. So if you want to do yours, we already told you that it was AI, so finger type, and now the Yamaha remembers your choice. You don't have to redo any of that. So remember, back to me, Steve, remember what I'm trying to do is to make our get-togethers very informative, and also, can you switch me over, Steve? There we go. Very
Yeah, I had
informative.
trouble getting to it.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people in here. So I'm trying to make it informative. I'm trying to make it fun, and I don't want it to be overwhelming. I'd rather go slow than fast. And we're going to do this every week. Like I told you, I have it scheduled through 2025 already. I look forward every week to do this. And I promise you, I will never repeat anything. There's so much in here to learn. But I want to make sure that we talk about the most important items that will really affect the outcome and how you play. People like, I can't find the songs. I don't think you did it right. I don't think you updated mine. And that's what today was so important. You have to tell the product what you're looking for. So if you go to presets, there's no songs. If you go to songs, there's no presets. If you go to MIDI, there's no audio. If you go to audio, there's no MIDI. So it'll only do what you tell it to do. And that's so different than anything we've ever dealt with. Both Lowry, Roland, and even Esty. This is cutting edge technology, and it has so much in it that you don't have to just go baby steps until, I said this last week, and I'll keep saying it every week that we meet. I've been doing this longer than anybody in this classroom even put together. Every day, and I'm not lying, every day I learn something new about this product. That's the beauty of it. Can you imagine if we had 2 classes, you know everything, well, okay, bye. So it's a wonderful product for music making, for learning, for becoming better, for making you sound better than you are. That's the reason why we buy this stuff. If you just be patient with yourself and patient with me, I know what I'm doing. So let's just take it nice and slow and do each item at a time. And again, what Robert said at the beginning, if you have a question about anything that wasn't taught today, put it in there. And then I do look at it, and then I base where it belongs in the next couple months, then we'll touch on that. But I want to do it progressively. I don't want to jump all over the place. So let's just resume real quick today again. Remember, if you're looking for presets, are the first 2 buttons next to the presets. You're going to push them both, and it takes you to all the content. And if you're not on the main screen, meaning where you still see an arrow, you need to keep hitting that until you reach the beginning of all the presets. Famous sound, Marco Classroom, playlist, styles, style scores, blank registrations, all of that. So if you want a song, then we go to song B on the screen, and that'll take you to everything that deals with song and karaoke. Even play a sing-along with the pitch correction, or just regular karaoke, or follow me song, or my classroom. And then if you hit in the window A, it deals with audio files. So it's very, very easy to remember that. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So do we have any questions about what I talked today that I may clean up? Anything on chats there, Steve, that belongs to today? If not,
Yes, Marco.
yes.
When you put a song in B, like Can't Smile Without Me, we put it in B. How do you get it out?
The easiest way that someone told me was to just go and hit the record button and then stop and don't do anything, and then that will erase it. I think what I'm going to do for next time, I'm going to create a file that you can just add to it, and then we can erase them. And that's a good question. I don't know the answer 100% because I don't worry if there's something in there or I just record something differently. But I'll find out and I'll have an answer for you or the easiest way to get out of it next week. So,
Okay.
anything
thanks.
else? Yeah, you're welcome. You good?
Warren's got a comment. You might want to mention at some point that you can play every Marco lesson MIDI file in guide mode, like you showed, and follow the lights. The setting is under song settings in the menu.
Yeah. I have that. I have on my table of contents. That's one of the beauty about this product, and some of you never had access to that. every song that's built into this product can become a lesson for you. So there's a special procedure that we have to do, and then if you want to play along with me or any of the songs that I've ever taught, then you can just play the right hand, and it'll wait until you play the right notes. And that's called follow me technology. And not difficult, but that's a whole class on its own terminology. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with me. We don't want to rush this. We want to learn as much as we can. But when you leave here today, I wanted several things that took place. You learned something new, or even if you heard it before, you didn't quite realize how it worked. So now you have different views about it. But if you stay with what I'm asking you to do, don't exit to try to do it any other way. I've played around this product for years, and if there's other ways around it, if we just stick to what I'm telling you, it'll always work. The registration, the plus and minus, and then in the main screen, the song B and song A. So I want you to experiment with that and have some fun with it. So,
Marco, this is Annette. You talked about registrations. When we play your song, MIDI file, how can I see each registration that you move through? In other words, what are the instruments that are being used during that registration?
the only way you can see that is if you go to the registration of the song itself. A MIDI file doesn't show you that information. So you're going to hear me play this song and you're going to hear me change the sounds. But if you want to see what the sounds are, then you have to go to the registration file for that song. And as you change the presets, in the main screen will show you everything that I'm doing. Started with piano, he went to organ, he changed to clarinet, and you'll see it all. But not on a MIDI file. A MIDI file is for audio learning, or play along with me. So that's a great question. So
my machine is opposite the GENOS 2. My MIDI files are B, not A. The A and B is switched. The
yeah.
A is the song.
Yeah, we can change the factory settings, or B or MIDI, and A or audio, and I can show you how to change that. So.
But that's not important.
And David, you had a question real quick. Do you?
No, Marco, I don't have any questions.
Oh, no, okay. This was an excellent. Oh, thank you, David.
Kathleen wants to know, to play full chords, does she select multi-fingering?
What was the question again, Steve?
To play full chords, do I select multi-fingering?
No, you should select fingered. If you play chords well and you know everybody of the chords, suspended, augmented, diminished 7, flat to 5, 9, all of that, fingered is the best choice. And it will read anything you play. Suspension, second suspension, fourth suspension, all of that stuff. So that's the answer, fingered. All right, Robert, I have nothing else. You want to close it down?
Okay, but you do have one thing you have to do. Let's play. You got to close off with a.
Oh yeah, okay, I have to do that.
Close off with some kind of music.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we want to say thank you very much. We hope you learned something today. There's a couple of things in the comments that he'll download. While he's playing a song, if you have something you'd like to learn in the future, type it in the chat now. I'm buying Marco some time to set up the instrument. Well, no. It's time to go. Mr. Marco Mendez is going to close off this with, I asked him to play Marianne, but he refused. So I'll see what he's got up his sleeve here. And the crowd roars. Oh, Marco, hey! Okay, Marco, you can unmute yourself and say bye.
Well, thank you, everybody. Looking forward to seeing everybody next week. And again, we have a lot more people than this, and they're showing up so late. So, we try to remind you every week, even the morning of, to make sure you don't miss this. And then Robert will get a copy of every week, so you can review it. So, thanks, everybody. Enjoy it. Have a great day. Have fun. Have fun with your Genos. Bye.